everybody. It's Friday, July 14th. I'm headed into the restaurant. It's 10:30. I haven't had breakfast. I'm exhausted. I never thought I would be a restaurant owner. And I don't know if I was ever the most dependable worker, honestly. You know, because I think about like when people call in and it irritates me. Because then I end up doing their job or somebody else has to come in, you know. I was never really dependable either though, but like, except when I was at Yankee Doodles or Bonefish. But, here I am, and I hit a wall yesterday, so I've been vlogging about the restaurant thing. I have a shirt. I hit a wall yesterday, like a brick wall. My body felt like I hit a brick wall. I just left the chiropractor's office. I feel better, but I'm still like have this burning in my stomach, and it's stress. I ran out of ashwagandha, and I'm out of money, honestly, and so I can't even get any more ashwagandha. And so literally, like, for the first time in a long time, how much money I have actually depends on whether people buy food or not. And that's new for me because I was an army wife, and it was like, oh, here's the check. Woo! I'm going to just pay all the bills. I'm going to keep $1,000 for food. Yeah, $1,000 per paycheck for food. That was our budget. Now our budget is $5, and we eat at the cafe. And my husband's in Korea, and he eats there at the army. They feed him. Like, literally, I have, like, no budget for groceries. I just eat at the cafe. But I just want to talk about hitting that wall. So when you own a restaurant and you're not a pop-up, and I've said this a lot, you're not a pop-up restaurant. Excuse me if I randomly vomit during this because I'm so exhausted and hungry. We have to find a balance of living and not killing ourselves, like by working too hard and actually making our restaurant run. And that's what I'm struggling with. So we're open at 10 a.m., which means you get there at like 9:30, and we close at 9 p.m. But I'm literally about to go to the Alcohol Beverage Commission today or Monday if I can't get out during the lunch rush because it's Friday after payday. And I'm going to finish whatever needs to be done to get our wine and beer, which means we'll be open till midnight. I cannot physically be there from 10 a.m. until midnight. I have 2 children. They're with my friend a lot. Sometimes they're at the cafe. That doesn't usually work out. And so I have to have like the team that I trust, and I talked about the restaurant sales force, but there's also, you got to have a back of house that you trust. You got to have coverage. And so finding the balance where you don't have to be there all the time requires finding people that actually like show up, answer the phone when you call, come in, and then when they're there, pull their weight, you know. And I think what it is, I think the problem is having people don't see that it's like, it's just running this restaurant is a lot like running my household, except the biggest difference is there's no guaranteed income. Like when I ran my household, I had a budget. I could get this much food or whatever, but I knew what was coming in, and the biggest difference is I don't know what's coming in. But as far as running a household and running a kitchen, you know, I've got laundry. I have to wash our microfiber. I have to, you know, make sure the food doesn't go bad. I have to plan meals, and then it's way more than that. I have to price them out. I have to run specials. It's like convincing your kids to eat broccoli, I guess. But in this case, it's convincing people to come shop here because it says organic, and they'll see that and they'll just like run away. It's like, you're still eating a cheeseburger, you doofus. I'm sorry to call people doofuses, but like, they see it's a cheeseburger and they see that it's got a gluten-free bun and it's grass-fed, and they run over to another place that has like the most like hormone-infested cheeseburgers. And they're like, and then there's people that, you know, are really unhealthy, and you see them going to these places with these hormone-infested cheeseburgers, and I just shake my head because they think, I don't know what they think. But anyway, the point is, let's find a balance. That's the point. And to find a balance, you have to have people, not just the sales force like I talked about before, and like giving them positive rewards and all that, but you have to have, I'm here. You have to have people Hi, dude, I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to my phone. You have to have people. And so how do you weed out the people that are just gonna like mooch and not like just ride the clock? How do you weed out people that are gonna show up for 2 days and then not come back? How do you do that? Like, one of my new girls says she works at Walmart as her other job, and they hire like 500 people when they open because they know 20% are going to end up actually working there. And this is the experience I've had too. Not to equate myself with Walmart, I would hope that it's a better work environment. Maybe it's not. It's probably a lot harder work where I am, to be honest. It's a hot kitchen. You clean, you wash dishes. I guess you don't have to do that at Walmart. You know, but I have to find a balance. I got to find good people. And I think what it is I need to somehow, I can't religiously discriminate, you know what I mean? But the thing I like about Torah is all the farming parables, like all the farming, I mean, it was literal for them. It's like metaphorical for me. Like, I see like one person came in, worked 2 days and then quit. Didn't even tell me they're quitting. Didn't even have the balls to do it. And, but the problem is that some people, they come to a place and they say, this isn't what I want, and they leave. But other people come to a place and they say, this isn't exactly what I want, but I see potential, and they plant seeds and they reap what they sow. And that's where the Old Testament comes in. So I don't really care what anyone's religion is or personal practice. I mean, I care because I care for their soul, but I would hope they believe in some sort of moral something. But hiring, you can't discriminate. But I've got to find a way to figure out what people understand this. And it's not about dogma, and it's not about religion, and it's not about sexual preference or orientation or economic class or any of that, or nationality. What it's about is the people that I need are the people that understand that you can affect your environment. That's it. You can go into an environment that you don't like, or maybe that you want to like, and you can change it. And I've got to find those people. I got to get those people. And I've got some, but I need some more. I've got some, but I need some more. And that, so I don't know how to do that, but I've got to find my balance, because I'm one of those people. But you can't be that person that does everything either. You have to have your work family. You have to have your work family. And the best kind of, and this is why, the Bible, so I hate saying that because it is not a requirement, I promise, to work with me and have my religion. Like, trust me, I've got atheists working for me. I've had, fundamental Christians working for me. I've had all kinds of religions working for me. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, I care, but it's not a requirement to agree with me. But the point is that but my personal wisdom comes from the scripture, and it says, don't unequally yoke. And so in my business, what I'm looking for is that energetic understanding. It doesn't have to be dogma. It doesn't have to be the Bible. It doesn't have to be whatever. But that energetic understanding of how the universe works, which is what the Bible shows us. But people can get that information other ways, I suppose. But that fundamental understanding that not only can you change your environment, don't just run away and say, I don't like this. You can not only change your environment, but you can also do that in concert with others. And that's why I say teamwork or whatever. It's so important. And it seems like, but people don't understand that when I say teamwork, I guess. I don't know. We can make it together. And so that's what I've got to find my balance. So, it's hard. You want to know why turnover is so high at all the jobs? Basically every job except for the ones that make a ton of money for doing nothing. Because people don't want to work. And I mean, there are a lot of people that do. There are a lot of people that'll work and say, don't worry, I'll work off the clock. And I'm like, not going there. There are people like that as well. I don't want to just, whatever to all humanity. But the jobs that pay a whole lot for not doing much, I hate to say it, you're probably doing something wrong. You're probably ripping somebody off. You're probably not being the best person. But the jobs where you really have to put in work, you want to get a reward at the same time. And so I'm really trying to do that with the commission for my front of house, like commission for sales. I don't ever want them working off the clock. That makes I just know, like, goodness gracious. Although there's been times that have been tight and they've offered, bless their hearts, because there are, like I said, there's those types of people. But what you need as a restaurant owner is you've got to have a good team. And so how do we weed through the people who run and the people who stay? And so I need like a list of questions that I ask, not about religion, not about race, not about sexual orientation, not about economic status, nothing like that, but just a fundamental characteristic in a person. And if I could just ask the right questions, then I could find the right people. And sorry, I got a call. So I made my point. I need to get off the phone because somebody's trying to call me. My phone rings off the hook all day. So if you have an idea of what those questions are, let me know, because I got